Welcome back, everybody. This is Mog once more on Mog's Cast, playing some more Kerbal Space Program with you folks. And if you watched the last mission, you probably saw us build the, well, it was the build phase. We were putting together the Explorer 1, which is what I'm loading up right here. This rocket, here we have a bunch of, solid rocket boosters, and it's got its core. It's very similar to our previous rocket that we were using to get out to the Mun. What was it? The Skyscraper 4-Mun. That was our previous one, and it worked really well. It got us into orbit around the Mun, just didn't quite have enough fuel for me to feel safe enough actually landing to make sure that we actually got home. Anyway, I did notice after waking up this morning and taking a look at things that I had a stage incorrectly set. I had this stage, number 4, in the place of 5 and vice versa, so these were flips. I just had to flip those. That was one of the mistakes that we had. Everything else looks pretty solid, I think. This thing should do the trick, so why don't we go ahead and take a look at who we're going to be piloting this with, and it's not going to be Jebediah. Why don't we send out... Captain Shortall, you're coming with us today. You're leading the charge. You're going to be the first one to step out onto the surface of the Mun, provided we can get there. So let's go ahead and get this thing launching up. And if you guys watched the last build episode, my apologies. That was a half an hour of me just pretty much rambling and not really explaining much. I noticed this morning. That's what happens, I guess, when I don't really pay attention to what I'm doing, and I try recording it close to 2 in the morning. Let's go ahead and get this going so that we don't waste any more time. So we got, that is slow acceleration, but hey, it's doing the trick. It is actually going, so I'm not going to complain about it. Burning on up. We're about halfway through this initial burn here. Captain Shortall, you are you're doing okay so far. You're not screaming. I'm happy about that. You're not freaking out. Oh, we're tilting to the left. Let's not do that. Let's tilt back to the right, and oh, there those go. Let's engage those ones. So these are all fire, and those are going to crash back down. Let's tilt just a hair. There we go. Now we're tilting to the right, toward east. That's what I wanted to be doing, not tilting the other way. Okay. So now these are going. We're up to about 140, 150 meters a second. Oh, I'm tilting further than I want. Let's see if we can recover that just a bit. That looks better. Sorry, I'm watching right down here on the nav ball, so that's what I'm noticing here. And that's going. We're about to lose these engines, or these rockets. Solid rocket boosters are almost out. Quit tilting, quit tilting, quit tilting. Actually, that's not terrible, I suppose. And those are gone. Engage these rockets, and we are at about 10k already. Now, I'm not going to tilt fully over. This thing has a lot of weight at the front, so I don't want to go too far too fast. I am going to rotate this so that we're sitting level with the horizon, facing it in the right trajectory, and heading up into the atmosphere, or up toward space. Okay. Oh, crank back up our rocket, my bad. I didn't realize I had hit control a little bit and lowered our throttle just a hair. It was enough for us to actually be losing speed. My mistake. Okay, let's get that back up there then. And you can see that trajectory on the nav ball is tilting down a hair. It is slowly working its way down toward the 40, toward the 60. And then it's going to be cruising a little bit lower. Now, I know a lot of the times that they say at 10k tilt over to 45. With this rocket, because of all of its weight in the front, and because of its fairly low thrust-to-weight ratio in this stage, I'm pretty much just going to keep it at a higher tilt, because it's more important that we gain altitude rather than speed at this point. That's what this stage of the rocket's going to be for. What did we just have a burnout for? I do not even know. Okay, so we're going to slowly tilt it down just a hair more. I'm going to put us down on maybe the 65 and see where that gets us. Right there. And that should lower this trajectory marker, our what is that called? I'm totally spacing on this. Our prograde marker. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's heading up. And why don't we... Nah. Well, turn on some lights. Provide a little bit more contrast on our rocket there, I suppose. That's not going to be the end of the world. I'm going to take a look. 54 is what we're sitting at so far, and it's dropping below. It's at like 35 degree. I need to tilt that back up a higher bit, so that maybe sitting at 65 wasn't the greatest idea, but that's alright. We're almost out of these rockets. 68, so that'll put us out of the atmosphere here in just a moment. And that's good. That's all we were really hoping for with this stage, is we can get ourselves up into the atmo. So I'm going to actually tilt this over, see if we can get up to 1,000 meters per second before this burns out. Oh yeah, we did it. And there they go. So swapping those outer three are firing. As you'll notice, the inner engine is not. So since I can't really do much in the way of fuel transfers currently, I pretty much have to rely on this. So I'm going to do that. That's up to about 115. That's cool. Let's set this to right there. Good enough. We're going to tilt down. It's asking for about 54 seconds, so about T-minus 27 is what we're going to be after for when we start this burn. Set that. Let's fast forward. Oh, missed it by just a few seconds. Okay, let's just burn this thing out and see where it ends up leaving us. And we should. We might run out of fuel on this on these tanks and eject those, so we'll be down to this last tank. That might be where we're sitting on this. Yeah, I think so. We are going to run out of fuel on those. That's okay though. So eject that. Let's go to the single here. This should put us the rest of the way into orbit, I think. It shouldn't be a problem. Nope, 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 nope. I was going to change that, but we're past it, so it's too late. Let's just do this. In fact, actually, I'm just going to watch it here so I can see where we're actually getting for our orbit, because that is a little lopsided. That's not entirely what I'd like, because the sun's here, so I'd like to keep this as even as possible in the meantime. How are we looking on fuel? We're fine. So we're about to get the periaps marker on this side to come out of the other side of the planet. Sorry, I'm like referring to the mouse movements. I really hope you can see this. Maybe I should double check that in just a moment here. I'm pretty sure I have mouse movements enabled. Okay, 70, 80, we are in orbit, and that's at 100. How are we looking? 130, that's fine. Alright, let's do that. So, cool. Oh, did I? Okay, whew. For a moment there, I didn't think I killed the throttle. Okay, we are looking good. So let's do this. Let's set up a marker. Let's target the mun first. Set up a marker. How are we looking? We're only a degree off. That's perfectly cool by me. So maybe right there for our burn marker. Alright, this is looking for a decent amount of thrust here to get into this. How was that? 230, 137. That's on a collision course. Let's stretch that back out. Lower that to right. Oh, that's too shallow, I think. How is this looking? Oh, that's okay. That's another miss collision. 169. Let's do 72. Let's aim for that. Asking for 55 seconds. We're probably going to need to cut into our other engines again to finish this burn, but I think we can do this. Still think we can do this. I hope we can do this. I'm going to switch our view. Put us into an orbital? No, I want to put us into a... Free seems like the way to go. I think I just need to move it. There we go. Okay, that looks good. So we're cruising along. Let's go ahead and get this moving then. It's 55 seconds. We're going to go for another about 28 seconds. And I did it again. I need to get better at that. You've been seeing me do that since the very beginning of this game. I'm just too impatient, it seems. And I let it get the better of me. We're going to burn this engine out, which will happen any moment here, and then we'll take a look at what we're sitting for a time frame. Actually, we might be a little better with the 3 engines. It might actually provide a bit more thrust. Swap those out. 32 seconds remaining. About the same. Excuse me. Just had I got my cup of water, ice water, this morning. I should say I woke up and pretty much jumped right into recording this. You may have noticed the last couple of minutes here. I don't know. Maybe you've heard them or not, but the alarm clock from the bedroom. Beep 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 beep. That's Brittany's alarm going off. She's about to get ready. It's Sunday. I'm recording this, and I overburned. That's okay. Sunday, as I'm recording this, we're actually getting ready to go watch the Seahawks game at a friend of ours' house in downtown Seattle. Well, not downtown, it's more like Queen Anne, which is the north end of Seattle. If you really want to get nitpicky, if you're from the area, you may appreciate the specificity. I could care less, to be honest. But it seems some people in this area are very picky. Oh, that's not downtown. That's not downtown. That's north side. It's Queen Anne. Don't call it downtown. It's those kind of people. I'm sure if you guys are in a big city, you're well aware of the type of people that I'm speaking. And yeah, anywho, I'm gonna stop complaining about that. I'm gonna correct this burn just a hair. Slow throttle back out here. Come on now. There it is. Not quite. Right. Come on. Right there. 21. Let's go 45, 47. That's cool by me. Okay, now that we're in position, let's go ahead and fast forward and get the heck out there. Okay. Come on now. Let's get that encounter. Oh, the mun doesn't like that, or the alarm clock doesn't like that. That's fine. Go away. You still have a ways to go, alarm clock. You do not know what you're doing. Alright. Are you seriously going to give me another one now? You sons of bees. Alright. Here we go. Encountered. So let's do this. We are gonna set up a node, and we're pretty much just gonna power this thing into the ground, is the idea, because I'd like to get settled on the light side. So that's how much it'll take us to get down to orbit, 292.7 meters per second delta V. I think we should have that in this tank, no problem. The question at this point is if I'm gonna be able to land or not. Crap. Okay, there we go. I am gonna build. This does not build electricity. Turn off SAS. I need to get this thing tilted around. I have an idea. Since I don't seem to have the ability to face my solar panels toward the sun, let's face the rocket toward the sun. I'm using the Kerbal to push the darn thing. Get us some electricity on here. Thank you. That's fine, I don't need to be facing that straight off the bat anyway, so let's set up our SAS so that we're facing it. Let's build some electricity. Since we don't have a solid way of doing this most of the time, I need to rebuild and refill our electric reserves at this point. Did I set up that node? Oh, apparently not. So let's set that up again. What happened there, I wonder? I'm going to try to land inside this crater. That's what I'm going to go for here. I'm going to land in the big crater. Or maybe I'll try to land on the outside, take rock samples, and see if they're different on the inside. Maybe that's what I'll do. In the meantime, let's check that. We are good there, and I'm going to go grab a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Okay, and I am back. Grabbed my coffee, and now I'm sitting with ice water and coffee. The whole world is new and fresh and in front of me. I'm just kidding. It's nice to have my coffee in the morning and nice to have a good cup of cold water next to it. That's all. Let's find that maneuver marker and boom, set up that SAS. Not quite on the dot, but pretty darn close. Right there, we are looking good. We have full bar, and even though our SAS is active, it's not taking too much energy. Let's face one of these panels actually toward the sun. How about right like that? Are you picking up electricity? You are picking up electricity, so that's good. Alright, where is the mun? Where is the mun? Okay, oh, there it is. Apparently I was too zoomed in. Let's go ahead and, let's get up to this point and actually do this. I'm gonna readjust my cups here. Okay, now we're sitting better. We got 17 seconds worth of burn, so let's just go ahead and zip on down here. We're getting close, it's swinging into view. Alright, almost there. Almost there. Don't overshoot this. Don't overshoot this. Turn that down. Zip, 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 zipping. Actually, I'm gonna do something real quick. Since we have two of these, how are we looking with this? He seems to be less. That looks like it's new. Let's take it. We'll take that data. So we need about 9 seconds. T-minus 9 seconds is what we're shooting for on this, give or take. right, I'm gonna do it right here and throttle these up, and there we go, full throttle at 9. Flip you around, so our orientation is proper. And we're starting to burn for that encounter. Or for that landing, I should say. Ooh, that's in the dark side now. I don't really know if I want to do that. I'll lose electricity. I'll have to wait for it to rotate all the way around. Boy, screw it, we're doing it. Screw it. That's what it is. Okay. So zip it on over. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of that node real quick. Boom. Now, I know this has been a single cut. I'm hoping this isn't too terribly boring for you guys watching. I'm gonna zip down to about 20k. Actually, I'm gonna wait until we're over it, which is apparently about 20k. I'm okay with this now. Let's do that, and let's get to that retrograde and start burning, since we're pretty much here. I'm gonna shoot for these flat spots over here is what I'm gonna go for, because with the new surface of the Mun, it's very, actually, you know what, I have to burn off a lot of fuel, so let's maybe shoot for one of these inner flat spots between craters. Anyway, with the new surface of the Mun, they really redid the surface. It's a lot more cratery, so a lot more hills, so you have to be careful about where you're trying to land. Okay, gosh, I hope I have enough fuel to do this. I'll zip on forward just a hair more. Okay, we're at 9k, I need to do this. Okay, I think we should be okay. It looks like we're coming in a trajectory that's pretty much right along this strip, which is, I think, going to be alright. Actually, we're coming down. I'm going to cut my engines there, let this fall a bit more. There we go. That looks great, actually. So let's finish this burn. Oh, there goes those engines. Looks like we're down to this one. Let's kick out our landing legs, since we're getting so close. Looks like we won't need those engines to land the legs on, that is. So, let's just kick that out. Turn off SAS for this for a sec. Wait for that retrograde marker to kind of settle a bit, I'm hoping. Okay, I kind of do need SAS for this. That extra bit of torque is very helpful. My lights are on, yes? Okay. So here we go, guys. We're coming in for a landing on the Mun, and Captain Shortall, you are freaking happy. You're like, yeah, I'm the first fucking Kerbal. So we're good. We're looking good here, guys. And I think this is gonna work out. With my limited parts and non-use of you know, actually being able to see the delta. I should have really stuck a mech jet on here so I at least could see the total delta V and all that. Do a little bit of research, but screw it, whatever, it's not important. I'm gonna land so that hopefully 2 of these are exposed to the light. Is that getting electricity? Direct sunlight. Direct sunlight. Okay, so 2 will at least be generating power for us. Oops, I'm not paying attention to my rocket. I started ascending again. Very well, physical time warp. Let's do this. Our shadow should come in from that side, but I guess we'll wait and see. I'm gonna crank that back up and start slowing down a bit, get back down to closer to 10. That looks good. Where is our shadow? Should be that direction, I would imagine, is the idea here. Turn off time warp. I need a little bit better control. Actually, I'm gonna turn on precision controls since we're down here. Might as well, right? There it is. There's our shadow coming in nice and quick. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, start gaining a little bit more speed. That's fine. Get ourselves settled. And slow. It looks like the SAS is actually trying to fight and hold that back, so let's turn that and then reapply it right as we touch down. That's perfect. So we're on a little bit of a hill, but with the aid of our SAS, the landing was actually pretty darn easy. With its torque, we were actually able to maintain, because of the load, we can actually tilt up and lift our legs. ourselves using our torque. So what we can do is set up SAS, and it'll actually maintain this level. It will use electricity, but you can use that to slowly lower yourself too, and hold position at as you touch down, to provide that extra like little bit of help maintaining your balance and weight on a slope, just for future use for you guys. So we have one science experiment done there. Let's go ahead and do this one, shall we? 40 seems to be less dense here. Let's take that. And why don't we go? Oh, grab that. Okay. We are gonna jump. Oh, what happened? Oh, there they are. I was pressing T trying to get your little rockets to engage. You're like, oh no, I can't do it. Click on your light. First, look around. Look at that. The sun from this distance. The solar system. You are on a completely new celestial body. The moon. Let's go ahead and take a surface sample. Oh my god, 120 science. This crater seems to have been really nasty impact. The samples are heavier than normal. Let's keep that. Why don't we do an EVA report while down here? The dust is getting everywhere. Another 32 worth there. Let's put those back in. Use our little step stool here. Grab on and store experiments. So we got this surface sample. We've got the EVA report. Oh, why are you sliding upwards? Stop that. Hop back in. Actually, no. You were gonna EVA again. I forgot something. Forgot the flag, guys. We need the flag. Okay, plant that flag. We're just gonna face this way, apparently. Boom. Aw, yeah. And there it is, the site name. Okay. One small step. No, I'm just kidding. First, Mun landing. Site. Captain Shortall. Oh, I meant to switch down a line, not hit enter. But welcome in there. I hope you guys have noticed this. I've been trying to put my face into my custom thumbnails. I just think that's funny. Anyway, yay! Let's go ahead and see what we can do here. I think I want to try to take another sample from another location. So we're gonna fly just a bit, see if we can get anywhere without using too much of our fuel, because I still want to get you home. Still need to get this whole system home. Grab on there, hop back in, and let's do this. Where should we head off to? I kinda wanna head maybe over to this crater here, or this like little crater area. So let's go, we're going east. Let's turn, oh, not SAS, but not RCS is what I mean, not SAS. So let's do that. Zip on over that way. That should be east. 90. I think so. Looks like it's building in that direction. Yeah, okay. That's correct. So, alright, we're floating, we're flying, guys. Let's zip on over. How far can we get, though? Because we don't want to use too much fuel. Because we definitely still need a fair amount to get home. So we'll see. We'll see how this is looking once we have the trajectory facing over this direction. Pretty much just straight on, and we won't need to adjust too much. I'm gonna flip this over so that's a little bit easier orientation to work with instead of all this like angled crap. Okay. We're still on precision controls. That's helping a lot, actually. Okay, so there's that. How is that looking? We'll need to use about double that to stop. Or about the same as what we've already used to get up here. And then we'll have a little bit left. Do you think it's going to be enough to get home? It does become more efficient as things go. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Nah, I don't think I want to chance it. We have a decent amount of science. Why don't we just get this thing done? See if we can unlock it home. Yeah. Alright, what do you say? That sound good? let's do that. That should be good on either side. Maybe a little higher. 55, that's fine. 50. It's asking for 30 seconds of burn to engage that. We're gonna need it. So let's do it. Fast forward up. We're gonna throttle up here at 18 seconds because it's a little higher than the 15 we were after. See, and it takes a little bit to throttle up, so you know what. Put those landing legs away and get moving. We can shut off those lights. We don't need them firing currently. We have no use to illuminate behind us. We have our experiments gone. We have our crew reports in place. We pretty much are sitting well. Okay, we are in orbit. So why don't we just hop out then? See if we can take a few. That's a new one. What was that? Far side of the east. From space just above Mun's east far side crater. Maybe we'll get something for flying over at least. Oops, didn't mean to board. I thought it said grab. Let's try again. Just above the Mun Canyons. Yeah, new data. Let's store that. Since we're up here. Might as well, right? Take a few more EVA reports as we can. This. Mun's Canyons. It's the same, right? Exact same as we just did? Yeah, okay. We don't need that. Review report, trash that. Oh, what is... Oh, that's just graphic glitching. Thought I saw some flickering, thought it might have been something. It's been a while, I can't really remember where things are all at on this planet. Or this moon, sorry. Like mid trying to suppress a burp. Mon Highlands, that's something we already had, but it's additional science, so might as well toss it on board, huh? So we're coming out of the canyon here. Anything else? Highlands craters, nice. Grab that, that's another new one it looks like. Yep. So we're definitely collecting some additional science here, which is not half bad. And we have our Mun first landing site. I really like these new flags. You don't really have to leave any like ship somewhere to actually mark a location anymore. It's kind of great. Okay. Let's see if we got another EVA report here. Mun Midlands, yeah, it's the same we've had before, but we'll store it anyway. It's additional almost 5 science, might as well. And we can't warp faster than that on a ladder. But I can physical time warp, cause fuck you. Sorry. I hope there's not like kids watching. My demographic based on analytics that I get as a content producer actually suggests most of my viewership is between the ages of like 20 and like 35ish, if I recall right. It's been a little while since I looked at it, but that's like majority of my viewership. So I hope you guys don't mind. If it's offensive, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I don't mean to do that to you guys. It's not something I do out of malicious nature. I hope you're aware. Anyway, we're gonna keep going. We didn't have a better view report from that, so that's Midlands again. Let's just trash that. Take another one. Midlands more. Screw it. We're looking good. Let's go ahead and just get this over with. Zip on forward. This is gonna be a long enough episode as is. So we got some distance there. Where's Kerbal? Okay, it's there. So we've got a little bit of time before we have to do anything. Let's hop out and see if there's a new EVA report. Midlands again. Nope. So bored. How about here? Anything in this position? EVA. Grab that. EVA report. Yep, 24 far side crater. Let's take that. Drop that in. And hop back on board. So as we pass over that one, let's take a look at this area. Grab that. EVA report. Highlands, I think that's new to this. Oh no, we've already got Highlands on this mission too. Board anyway. Dump that shit. Alright, so we got both of our goo containment pods holding new data, or different data per pod. We have a good amount of EVA reports. We have a crew report. We have a rock sample from the surface in the crater. So, oops, I meant to actually not exit that. Let's do this. Set up a burn node here. I'm going to angle that just a hair. Because what this will do is if we burn faster here, we're actually slowing ourselves down in relation to Kerbin's rotation. Because we have to counteract the speed of the Mun going this way, so we burn this way, and it's slowing us down overall, so we actually fall back toward Kerbin. I'm sure you guys have probably seen that a ton based on other people's videos and all that, but 69, we need it to be lower than that. Let's do that. That'll get us home into the atmosphere and allow us to deploy our parachutes and everything. It's only asking for 314 meters per second, 25-second burn. This is going to be, it'll be close, but I think it won't be a problem. How are we doing on electricity? I really should ask, or I really should check. Oh, we're doing fine. But we are hidden. We are basically in the process of losing electricity currently, though. Thankfully, now that SAS has stopped us from rotating or anything, it doesn't use electricity. It doesn't have to hold anything, so it doesn't need to make any corrections. I'm going to EVA out. Let's take a quick peek. Ooh, Highlands Craters. That should be... we already have that. Hop back in. And I lost my burn. Damn it. Okay, I need to pay more attention to that, my bad. Let's set that up again. Needed about 300 and something, yeah? Zip on up that direction. That's right there. And boop. Okay, as soon as that pops back out, I'm gonna leave it and we're just gonna go for it. 12, that's fine. Okay, 8 minutes. We need about T-minus 12 is where we should start. We're going to start at about T-minus 14 is what I'm going to go for. T-minus 15 maybe. And I start a few seconds early because it basically, that you have to spool up the engines. That's all it comes down to. 16, 15. So there we go, burning out. Actually, it's going to take even, oh no, I was thinking that was 30, not 24. Sorry, tripping over my own self. Jump into my first reaction, not always the correct action. So this thing's a nice little lander and return vessel. Not half bad. Definitely wasn't able to scout around too often or too much on the surface, but it allowed us to land and will get us home. And I'm just gonna do some quick corrections here. And there we go. Pretty well perfect. We should be at about, well, we're at 8, but not too bad. All things considered, yeah. Let's get home. EVA out. I'm gonna do one last sweep. Midlands, we already have one. How about from up here? A little higher. Might provide a different altitude biome. High over the Mun, sure does. Let's put that in there, might as well. Isn't going to do much for us, but it'll do something. And even higher. Anything? I don't think so. Yep, dump those. Zip on up to about 200 and take a look. EVA report. High over, that looks good. Store that. Nope, we already have some. How about 300? EVA report. High over, nope, same thing. So we're heading home. Short all, you're gonna make it. You are not dying there today. Let's set up with a chase cam. So we burnt that direction. We're basically slowing ourselves down. We're gonna start skitting out toward Kerbin. As you can see, it'll basically like whips us out from the Mun. So like the course of the mouse here, it's kind of coming up from the bottom. And it like whips out, and then the gravity and the speed of Kerbin basically just kind of pulls it back, and we just get whipped back in. It's basically how this effectively happens. You swing out and then back over. Kind of cool, I think, but you know, that's just me. It's not like throughout the whole process or anything. You still do kind of just go whoop. But yeah, anywho, sorry, rambling. Come on, alarm clock, quit bullshitting here. Away with you, Jesus. Okay, there we go. No alarms on the list. Yes, that is absolutely the case. 3, 2, 1. Away with you. And there it is, beautiful Kerbin. beautiful Kerbal. Coming back in on the dark side, but should be light when we land. And there's the sun. So we are in atmosphere now. We are floating like a bullet. We're going to be shooting in like a bullet here, it looks like. So instead, I'm going to flip us around onto retrograde and apparently unlock that camera because holy crap, that was terrible looking. Why don't we face that window toward the ground? Let's take a quick look, shall we? Hop in there, see what Captain Shortall sees, which isn't much. But he does see the surface of his home world. But sure not much to it. Just looking at the hills. And we're pretty much going to land like in the mountain range, it looks like. So we're coming in nice, and it's going to slow us down a lot. We're just going to go bloop and plummet. So zip back out. Yep, there it is. How's that? Can you see that from the inside? You sure can. Not from there, though. Alright, so we slowed down a lot here. Coming down from 2.5 kilometers a second, as I checked on it anyway, and just dropping. Our G's are at about, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.5 G's is what you're pulling on this. 6, we're slowing down now. 5 G's. See if we can flip that around just a little. And slowly coming back down to the solid, single, normal G-force of gravity. Okay, so we're out of the thicker we're entering the thicker atmosphere, but slow enough to where we don't really need to worry about anything. Kick out those landing legs, turn on our landing lights, eject our parachutes, and we should be good. I'm going to turn off SAS just so that, you know, the natural motions of this and pulls on this should keep it relatively stable and facing retrograde, so that should be good. Let's speed this on up a little bit just so we can get down about 5k up, and that's going to be not quite what it is to the ground, but we're at about 100 meters per second, give or take. Less now, and that should be fine for when our parachutes deploy. Should be rather quickly here based on the height of these mountains above sea level. There they go. And that's 5 meters a second. We can pretty much land without any aid of the rockets at all. I'm going to use them a little bit because, you know, might as well, but where's the sun? Right there. So our shadow should be this side. Is that it? Do we see anything just yet? Definitely coming down. There it is. There's our shadow. Give us an idea of where we're sitting. I'm going to turn on SAS as we come in here, and I'm going to use a little bit of the rocket thrusters to slow us down just a bit. Boom. We are home. Perfectly landed on our doodlies. Ooh, I was about to jump out and take a rock sample from here, even though it's home. It doesn't mean much. I think it'd get us a little bit of science, but not a whole lot, but I wouldn't be able to get back in. I wouldn't be able to recover, so let's go ahead and recover this vessel and head on back to the Science Center and see what we're sitting with. Shall we? We earned, oh my god, 350 science on that mission. Well, we have a total of 350 science. We earned 343.2 science. The big one was, of course, that Mun Rock for 120 of that. Awesome. So let's take a look at what we can get. So that requires 90. This is pretty much all 90s here, so we can get 3. Oh, if we had 10 more science, we could get 4. Darn it. That's alright, whatever. We can do these guys. Oh, it's got the credit cost. Soon enough, we're gonna have credits, it seems. We can do monopropellant and fuel line. Oh, we're definitely wanting to do that. So that's one of them. Boom. We have another small rocket, but we also have RCS tanks, the RCS thruster block, and fuel lines. So we can actually make a little bit more complex, or depending on how you want to look at it, a little bit more simple rocket. Okay. So get a Rocco Max engine here, that'd be kind of nice. We can also get some of the Rocco Max decouplers and adjusting pods. That could be nice too. air intakes and flaps, control surfaces, jet, and jet fuel. New cockpit, pro body, advanced SAS, deluxe winglets. Ooh, that's a nice one. And rungs and thermometer though. So additional science income, smaller landing legs and landing gear. What are these ones looking at? 160. So we could do one of these, and then one other thing here if we wanted to. How about this? Why can't I see this? It won't let me see it? Oh, I don't think have I not finalized? Why can't I unlock this stuff? You're being weird, game. You're being weird. Okay, let's take a look. No, it has both of those. I'm confused as to why I can't unlock those. Maybe it needs to have this unlocked. And this unlocked for that, maybe. Odd with the trails, at least. Maybe it should show the trails, so I can get an idea of what I'd have to unlock to do that. Anywho. Okay, so let's take a last look here. We got basically probe things that we can figure out. We get some radial engines. Bigger battery. Protractor stuff that I can grab. And extendable solar panels. That could be nice. Bigger ladders and another science instrument, though. Could be nice, too. So let's think here. What do we really need? We got our fuel lines. We have our RCS. We don't have any sort of docking module yet, so that's not going to play much of a part. I'm torn. I kind of want the bigger fuel tank. It's kind of nice to have, but we'd really want to have our decouplers and everything, too, if that were the case. It'd be nice to get that. This is okay, whatever. I'm not too worried about that, but science and more science. Nope, I think I want to do these ones to unlock the ability to do more science. So let's hit that, and let's hit that. What's this? External commands. Oh, the little seat that you can go on the outside, and rover wheels. Field science. Cool. So that's what we've unlocked. We get a bit more science here, and the ability to actually set up RCS and fuel lines, so we can actually start making this a bit nicer. Next time, I'll try to get a better setup and actually do some different things down here. I wonder. Anyway, that's for another time. We need more science before I can do anything there. Do we have anybody in here we can grab? New test pilots. The dumb ones. Okay. Well, cool. Thanks for watching, guys. That was a pretty successful landing, I'd say, for our first mission, or, well, second mission of the month, but first one actually landing. I think what I'm going to try to do next time is, get up a science station, that Science Junior, whatever that ends up being, try to get that up somewhere, maybe down to the surface of the Mun. I think it serves the best as an orbital thing, and you go up and dock with it, and then you can use it to send back your experiments at 100%, if I'm not mistaken. So you don't have to recover the vehicle completely, you do your science testing there, so you get the full results. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Yeah, so until then, cheers.